My name is Marion, and I come from Holland.
When were you first diagnosed with cancer in your life?
That was in 2001, in end of July.
What kind of diagnosis did you get?
I had a diagnosis breast cancer later on, after the operation in the first week of August. And they found out that I had a lump of 1.7 centimeters, and it was a slow growing type. So they made an operation, and then after a while I got 35 radiotherapy and 4 chemotherapies, just to be sure. And then I started to take tamoxifen to prevent the cancer, because it was hormone sensible, to come back.
Right.
And after 2.5 years, they changed that into Arimidex.
Did they change because the first one they felt it was not working right, or just because it was lighter, the second?
The second, it was new, and it was just a new protocol.
Okay. And then the next chapter is...
Yes, that's right. I went to the clinic every year to have a checkup, and they made a mammography.
Right.
And every year it was okay. And last time, in July, they again made a mammography, and then they made an echo, and then they said, well, perhaps they found something, and they took a biopsy. It was again cancer, but they say it could have happened to anybody.
It was not expected to happen, or it was normal? It was expected.
Well, no, it was not expected to happen.
Oh, okay. So it came back again. It started
yes,
again.
But they say it is not back. They say, well, it's just a pity. It could have been in the other breast. It could have happened to anybody.
And at that point, he told you that you need to remove your breast.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And what did you do then?
Well, I already was in contact with a person in Holland who is a friend of Tullio Simoncini, and then I flew to Rome.
Right.
Yes, that's right.
Right. Okay. So you got both infiltrations and then injections, you mean?
That's right.
Okay. And basically, so you did not get operated?
No, not yet.
You chose not to operate again?
No, not at all.
And you understood before the concept of what we was doing, right?
Yes.
The idea that he believes that actually the cancer is the fungi, that the fungus that is found in there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. Yes. Okay.
And after 2 cycles of the bicarbonated and the injections, what happened?
We went back to Holland, and my breast was very, very, very swollen.
Okay, so this was the reason for the swelling. Do you know what it was?
It was the bicarbonate.
What did the doctors in the regular doctors told you at that point
Well, my own doctor was very positive, and was absolutely agreed with me to take the chance and to try. Mm-hmm. But of course, after a while, I was anxious to know something. So we went with a friend of us who is also a radiologist, and he made an echo, and that was 16th of October, I know, in 2006. The last injection I got here on the 9th of September.
1 month later?
Yes, a little more. We went with this friend, and he made an echography, and he could see my breast, and he said, well, there is the bicarbonate, and there is the lump. He could see the lump still in the bicarbonate.
Oh.
And that was the 16th of October.
No, so you have a problem now. You had to make a choice, probably. Right?
Yes, but it was 1.3 centimeters by 1, so it didn't grow. It was more or less the same. The only thing I saw on the screen was that the shape was a bit different. Then I went to in Holland to this friend, who is a friend of Dr. Simoncini, and who treated me first with the infiltration, with the bottles, And he said, well, I will contact Dr. Simoncini and just wait and don't panic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. We want to be sure. So we went to a hospital in Holland. It's a very well-known cancer institute in Rotterdam. And we found a doctor there who was willing to make again a mammography and an echography. That's not normal, because when you are diagnosed cancer one time, they normally don't make the second time a mammography or an echo. The radiologic our doctor asked me, when she saw the mammography, she asked me what I was doing there, because she couldn't see a thing. But then again, she was not sure, because she hasn't any experience with bicarbonate in a breast. And then she looked, she said, and she saw something, but it was, the shape was different, the color was different, everything was different.
And the size was different, smaller?
It was 1.5 centimeter, but not 1.5 by 1, but 1.5 by 0.07.
Okay, so again, the echography in October showed 1.5 by 1.
More or less, yes.
Lump. Okay.
Yes.
And 1 month later, it was 1.5 by 0.7.
That's right.
And the reason, I don't understand the reason of the shock or the surprise from the last radiologist. What was the reason for her surprise when she asked you what you were doing? What was
she didn't actually ask me what are you doing here, but she was surprised because she couldn't see on the mammography. First they made a mammography, and there was nothing to be seen on the mammography.
Okay. Then in the echography she could see something. I get it now.
Yes, that's right.
So basically she has in front a diagnosed cancer patient, and she has a mammography and she does not see the cancer. This is the reason, probably. Okay, I understand. After that, the next step?
Well, after that, I got a phone call from the hospital on the 21st, and they say there is still cancer in it, because they took some cells out of this spot, with the which you could see on the echography, and they said there is still cancer in it, and we want to make an appointment for the operation.
Oh, okay. So well, this is important to me. They took a biopsy also on the second case, on the second time.
Not a biopsy, because they couldn't take a biopsy because there was not a really mass anymore. Okay. It was only an area with some fluid. So they could only
and examine the fluids.
Yes, they took some fluid, and there were cells in it, and that's what they took to the lab.
So they found cancer cells in the fluid, and
that's
they
right.
wanted to remove your breast. Is
yes,
that correct?
That's right.
What did you do then at that point?
So I made an appointment with the Antonie van Leeuwenhoek hospital in Amsterdam. That's the other cancer institute in Holland. Okay. So I went there a week later, because they say I can be operated first week of January, more or less. In the meantime, I have to tell you this, my regular doctor said to me, I want to have this report from Rotterdam. So I asked the hospital, and they sent it to my regular doctor, and she translated it for me, you can say. And then she said, well, what they say is actually that they don't know.
Yeah, you were misled, in other words, because it was not precise, yes.
Yes, that's right. It was not precise. That's absolutely correct. So then we had already made an appointment in Amsterdam. We went there, and this doctor said, well, we are going to make again a mammography and echography. And then I said, well, it was done 3 weeks ago, and here you have the CD with everything on it. You have to report. It's ridiculous to do it again. And then she said, yes, you're right, it's ridiculous, but that's the way it works. In every hospital we do it again. And then I said, well, no, not for me. Yes, okay, she understood. And my husband said, well, we take a week to think it over. She said to me, because she examined my breast, She said to me, well, I feel a lamp or something like it's from 6 centimeters. And then I said, no, it's not a lamp, it's bicarbonate. And she examined everything else and, well, okay, that's what it was. And then later she made a report and she sent it to my regular doctor, saying that I should be operated as soon as possible because there was a tumor from 6 centimeters.
So she basically diagnosed the tumor just by feeling it?
Yes, that's right.
When you said it's not, this is sodium bicarbonate, did she accept the possibility or she still decided it was cancer?
Yes, she said, well, it could be, but on the other hand, it could be that cancer is now all over your body.
Of course.
Okay.
And what are they there for, just to...
Yes, well, I must say it's very hard to stay on your to keep standing on your feet when you're so under pressure.
But anyway, tell me about the last part of the story.
This doctor in Amsterdam said, well, why don't you go to this doctor abroad? That was Italy. They don't know anything else. Why don't you go to him and ask to check up? He is the one who treated you. Go to him.
True.
And then I said, oh, okay, I will. So that's what we did. And that was today. And he took us to a hospital, to a radiologist, and he made mammography and echo. And
this is today in Rome?
It was not in Rome. It was a place somewhere else, Latina, I think. And he was, of course, informed about some sodium bicarbonate, what still is in my breast. And well, he came back and he said, well, I can't see a thing. And you also cannot see the bicarbonate. And he is sure that if there is a cancer, a tumor, he could see it. Then afterwards he made an echography and he did it very, very severe. Very, it took very, very long time with, well, he couldn't find a thing.
And also there was nothing there?
There was nothing there. And
nothing
I took...
At all?
I beg your pardon?
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all. Nothing to be seen. Nothing.
Lamp? You know where the lamp was, so you
yes,
know exactly
because I took with me the photographs from Holland. And he could see them.
Okay, so what was his reaction at this point when he saw the before and the
surprised. He was astounded.
When you were doing the bicarbonate, the sodium bicarbonate, in the period you were doing the cycles of bicarbonate,
yes.
Did you also do anything else like a chemo or
no chemo.
You didn't do any other cures or medicine?
No, not at all.
What the important point is that chemically or medicine-wise, you did
nothing.
Not do anything else. You did not take
nothing at all.
Okay.
I stopped taking Arimidex in September.
When did you do the cycles again? The sodium cycles?
The cycles I did 2 in August, 2 times 6 bottles. Then I got here the injections in Rome directly in my breast 5 times, and then at home I did another 2 cycles of 6 bottles.
Okay, so at the same time you stopped the regular medicine.
That's right.
You started you substituted one with the other. I can feel your breathing of relief. It's incredible. I can feel it from here. You know.
Yes, it's incredible. You know, I don't know if I'm not as far yet to believe it myself. You know, me of all this million people, me. And I know it's important because my husband and I are going to help other people. The important thing is that we reach as much people as possible in the right time and on the right way. in the right way.